crisis hit. So, you know, it's kind of set, what was it, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after the Olympics, and all of a sudden we have this fall off in the financial markets. So it kind of took the air out of things, but it's coming back now. I mean, we had a very good 2010 here in China. We're going to have a really good 2011. And you can feel it, you can sense it coming back, you know. So it's here, it's just about to explode. You know, what happens in a market where advertising's kind of emerging in a market like China, you know, one brand and one client will start to be a little more creative, and they'll see his market share go like this, and the competitor will go, wow, you know, I need a little of that. So it'll start to feed on itself. What creative does is it drives great creative ideas, drives a brand, it drives a business, it creates consumer behavior, and that's driven through great creative, great ideas. You know, ideas can be more than just creative, but good ideas tend to be creative, and that's what'll happen. It won't be. There's no magic formula. The business will demand it. Like everything, China's a volume opportunity. There's as many creative people in China as there are in any other country in the world. It requires leadership, and once you get good creative leadership, it'll bring the best out in all the Chinese creatives that are here. And we're lucky. We just got Edwin Cho, who just came to us, the agency. He's one of the most renowned Chinese creative directors in the whole country, and the reason we pursued him was that's what you need. You need leadership to bring it out, and it'll go fast. You know, it'll happen quickly once China really starts to get some volume in award shows and great creative. And once the culture, you know, starts to demand. What happens is the culture demands creativity, and once the culture demands more and more creativity, China will find its place. Trust me, everybody knows that. It's an exciting time for people in our industry in China, and it's just starting, and it's pushing. I saw a lot of social media campaigns and ideas that are just incredible. Mobile will go wild here. You know, it's just Asia happens to be a market that's just perfectly built for mobile. You know, all this technology, all the ways that consumerism's growing in China. It's just more opportunities for the advertising industry and advertising people. And I think what you'll see is once people, you know, this business is driven by recognition, and people start to realize that these creative ideas are part of the culture, and they start to drive things that the industry will find itself in a way that it hasn't even seen yet. So it's exciting. It'll be fun to get back 5 years, 10 years from now, because you'll be writing the rules. You know, 2 years later, the region's better. If I take all of Asia, I take China, the work just keeps getting better every year. And then again, it's a numbers game. You know, 10 years from now in Cannes, we're all going to be kicking ourselves because there's going to be, you know, those gold lions that used to always go to Brazil and UK and the US. You're going to have a lot more competition for those lions from China and from Asia. So 10 years from now, you'll get your fair share, because that's just a fact.